Am I audible?
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
Morning,
Very
sir.
good morning to you. So I think we may start the discussion. The rule is that each will try to means give his own point of view and whatever the topics that we have already discussed related to this one. Okay, he and she will discuss about that. So I want that all of you should participate here, and this will be recorded. So please, okay. So let's start the discussion. I'm not going to say that you will start, that particular student will start. You yourself will raise hand and you will start. Okay, this is to you. And meanwhile, Raju, you will monitor this process. Okay, so let's start.
Okay, sir, I'm starting then.
Yeah.
Uh, Let us discuss what is, first of all, is data cubes. Okay. Data cubes are multi-dimensional array of values commonly used to describe a time series of data. It can be of 1D or more than one dimension. And in every dimension, it represents a measure, and cells in the cube represent the fact or the interest. And what is, if we talk about what is the use of the data cube in this uh, use, so it is used in the business analytics, where different techniques are used or operations are used to visualize the data in different manners or different perspectives, such as slicing or dicing, pivoting, aggregations. There are different techniques to visualize this data to extract the different features in our data. What are the different values that are increasing in the data, or what are the different trends going in our data? Okay. So if we talk about this data cubes enable us to model and view in enable us sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, data in the data cubes are categorized by the dimensions in it. And talking about the data modeling techniques, in the data modeling techniques, we have different type of techniques to view the data. That are the roll up, drill down, slice, and dice, and pivot. What in the roll up, it is in this dimension reduction is there, where the it is also known as climbing up approach, where the aggregation in the data is happens. If we consider a hierarchy, if we go from climbing up, say suppose location, for that what we will do is from the main root directory, say it is city, from city then street. In this what will happen, we will go from the uh, low low route to upper directly, like streets to cities, vice versa, then up. And in the drill down approach, it is this stepping down, just opposite of the roll up approach, where in this we introduce a new dimension from coming from the top of the hierarchy to the lower part of the hierarchy. And in the slicing approach, one particular dimension from a given cube and provide a new dimension. Suppose there is a cube, data cube, and it is being sliced up, and a new sub data cube is created to visualize the data perfectly. And in the dicing operation, what happen is that we take two or more dimension from the data cubes and create a new sub cube to visualize the data. And pivoting is also known as rotation. We rotate the data in such a manner that we can view the data from the different perspective for a better understanding of the data. So that's all, sir. Thank you. Ankit, start. Ankit, hello.
रुक आ रहा है.
Start. Come on, speak one word at least, one line. Okay, I am calling out the names from the top, whatever I see. Okay. If no one comes, sir told me to not give the attendance for that particular student. Ripjyoti, Ripunjay, Rahish.
Hello.
Okay,
Ripunjay.
Ripunjay.
Uh, a data cube refers as a three-dimensional range of values that are generally used to explain the time sequence of an image data. It is a data abstraction to evaluate aggregated data from a variety of viewpoints. As such, data cubes can go far beyond 3D to 3D to infinite dimension. Data modeling techniques are top-down requirement-driven approach, fact tables and dimension tables, multidimensional model, star schema, support roll-up, drill-down, and pivot analysis, time-phased and temporal data, operational, logical, and physical data models, normalization and denormalization, model granularity, level of detail. Thank you.
Hello. I will start with data cubes. First of all, I want to say that the data cubes are firstly divided in four parts like zero dimension, one dimension, two dimension, and three dimension. The first dimension is start with the apex cuboid, and the last one is known as the basic one. So, why we use this data cube? First of all, it allows us the data to be modeled and view in a multi-dimension. It means that we can view the data in perspective of multiple dimensions. So, like if we take an example, we can go with like a sale chart, like related to. First of all, I want to say that each dimension is depict a table. Suppose the first dimension, so the product table, like television, refrigerator, or any mobile phones. The second dimension can be used to the time, like at which quarter of time how many sales are being done, like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Like in first quarter we can take January, February, March. Second quarter we can take uh, uh, April, May, June. That's how. And then the third dimension can depict the state or the city where the sales are being done. So each dimension is being used to actually see how the data is being how the products are being sold, how the products at each quarter is being done. So it gives a very easy view for a uh, data administrator or a person to see how the sales are being done. A So it first of all, this data cube contains all the numerical measures Now each dimension actually, if I think I discussed about the each dimension actually contains a table. Now next, this is done for data cube. Next I will go with star schema, snowflake schema in the fact constellation. The first one, star schema. The star schema have only a single fact table. The fact table may consist of some like product ID, sale ID, and all, and then it has some relation with dimensions. Dimensions are denormalized tables. The fact table is actually being normalized to 3NF, and it has relation with all the dimension tables. The dimension table are not normalized. So first of all, the query processing is here very easy because of just a single relation with all the tables. Then we have the Snowflake schema. The Snowflake schema contains a single fact table, which is normalized, third normalized, and the other dimension tables are also being normalized here. Then these normalized table may also have a relation with the second table. So query processing is harder here because we have multiple relations here, and then we have a fact constellation. We know that constellation means the collection of stars. So we can say that it consists of multiple star schema. So in star schema, we have table, single fact table, and multiple dimension tables. So here in fact constellation, we can have multiple fact tables and multiple dimensions. So single fact table can have multiple dimension. That dimension table maybe have relation with another fact table. So the relationship is quite complex here, and the query processing is harder. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. So first, data cube. Data cube here allows us to view then model our data in a multiple dimension. It can also be defined by dimension and facts. Here, dimension means the entities and the perspective with respect to the organization, which organization wants to keep the record. For example, all the electronics may create sales data warehouse in order to keep records of the store's sale with respect to the dimension like time, location, and the branch. And here facts are the numeric measures like facts for the sales warehouse include units sold, amount, budget, etc. So some modeling techniques are like star schema, snowflake schema, and fact constellation. So star schema, it contains a fact table. There is a large central table with no redundancy here. But the indent tables, or we can say the dimension table, one for each dimension. Here the dimension are not normalized. And here the in star schema query for performance is good as lesser numbers of tables to join. And in the snowflake schema here the some dimension tables are normalized and with further splitting the data into additional table. And here the we it is easy to maintain, and some storage it also save storage, but the space saving is negligible, quite negligible, because with the comparison of the fact table. And here in the Snowflake schema, the query processing is quite slow because for more joins will be needed, and the system performance will be impact on for this. And the last is Galaxy schema. There is in the Galaxy schema, all the dimension tables are shared between the facts table, and this common dimension which are shared are called confirmed dimension. So thank you.
So good morning. First, I will start with data cube. So a data warehouse is based on a multi-dimensional data model which views data in the form of data cube. So data cube just provides a multi-dimensional view of data in the data warehouse. So um, uh, Okay, so different modeling techniques are star schema, snowflake schema, and fact constellation. So star schema can be defined as a single fact table in the middle, which is connected to a dimension tables. It has some relations with dimension table. So here we can say that the query processing is much easier. In Snowflake schema, it can be said as a refinement of star schema, where some dimensional hierarchy is normalized into a set of smaller dimensional tables, just forming a shape of similar to Snowflake. So here, query processing is a bit harder as compared to star schema. So third is fact constellation, in which multiple fact tables are available that share dimension tables, and it is viewed as a collection of stars. Therefore, it is called galaxy schema. So as compared to star schema, in fact constellation, the query processing is much harder. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So first of all, I would like to start. I would start it from data cube. So what is a data cube? Data cube is a multi-dimensional data model which views data. When data is grouped or combined in multi-dimensional matrices called data cube, the data cube method has a few alternative names or a few variants such as multi-dimensional databases, materialized views, and OLAP. The general idea of this approach is to materialize certain expensive computations that are frequently inquired. For example, sales allows data to be modeled and viewed in multi dimensions. Then let's come to data modeling techniques. So there are three data modeling techniques: star schema, snowflake schema, and fact constellation. So star schema, a fact table in the middle connected to a set of dimension tables. Then snowflake schema. In this, a refinement of star schema where some dimension hierarchy is normalized into a set of smaller dimension tables, forming a shape similar to snowflake. And in fact constellation, multiple fact tables share dimension tables viewed as a collection of stars, therefore called galaxy schema or fact constellation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. A data cube is basically used to represent some specific information that to be retrieved from a huge set of complex data. अगर हम लोग एक example ले ले तो if we went to a shopping mall which has a lot of items placed in different places, corners of the shopping mall, and it is very difficult to find the item uh, of need at the hour of need. Now, if we acknowledge about the order of the item placed in a shopping mall, buying of that item will become easy and hassle-free. This represents that a data keep will be perfect if the dimension and higher value ranges, or we can say that we have the reference to three-dimensional sets as well. And there are three types of data cubes. I think multi-dimensional data cube and relational data cube, and no, it is two types of data cubes, that is multi-dimensional data cube, dimension data cube, and relational data cube. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. A data cube is generally used to easily interpret data. It is especially useful when representing data together with dimension as certain measure of business requirement. A cube, every dimension represents certain character of the database. For example, daily, month, or year salary. Defined data model technique are top-down fact data and dimension multi-dimension model support roll-up, time-phased, operational, logical, normalization, and beyond normalization model gradually level of complexity. details. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. The data cube is a structure that enables OLAP to achieve the multidimensional functionalities. The data cube is used to represent data along some measure of interest. The data cube are an easy way to look at the data, although uh, it can be also called two-dimensional, three-dimensional, or high dimensional. Thank you.
I guess by now everyone can view the screen. The topic is there. You just need to speak some word. Come on.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. The data cube is a multidimensional array of value commonly used to describe a time series of image data. The data cube is used to represent data among some measure of interest. There are three types of data modeling: star schema, so snowflake schema, and galaxy schema. Star schema is a fundamental schema among the data mart schema, and it is the simplest. This schema is widely used to develop or build a data warehouse and dimensional data marts. Snowflake schema. The Snowflake schema is a variant of star schema. Here, the centralized fact table is connected to multiple dimensions. And Galaxy schema is the combination of both star schema and Snowflake schema, and it is the combination of many data marts. Thank you.
अरे कोई तो आओ. सिर्फ 20 मिनट्स बचा हुआ है. जो पार्टिसिपेट करना है जल्दी जल्दी करो.
The cube is basically used to specific information to be a huge set of complex data. For example, you want to a shopping mall, we set a lot of item placed in different corner of the shopping mall. It is very difficult to find the item of need that now if you are acknowledged about the order of the item placed in a shopping mall buying of its item.
Good morning, everyone.
Three types of technique.
रुको. I guess वंदन अभी तक खत्म नहीं किया है. मेघना.
Okay, sorry.
Third galaxy. So in star sigma, the star can have one fan and number dimension table. It is known as star sigma as it is structure assembled a star. The star sigma is the simplest type of data warehouse sigma. It is also known as sigma, and it optimizes for querying large data. In Snowflake, sigma is a logic arrange of table in a multi-dimensional data such that The ear diagram reassemble a snowflake shape. Snowflake sigma is an extension of star sigma, and it is at additional dimension. The dimension table are normalized, which split data into additional table. Thank you.
मेघना स्टार्ट कर दो उसका खत्म हो गया
Good morning, everyone. Data cube can be defined as a multidimensional structure providing multidimensional views of data. The different data modeling techniques are star schema, snowflake schema, and fact constellation schema. Star schema resembles the structure of a star having one fact table. Snowflake schema is a logical arrangement of tables in a multidimensional database. It is an extension of a star schema. The fact constellation schema contains two fact tables that share dimension tables between them. Thank you.
Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning, everyone.
First, I'm going. Hello. Good morning, everyone. First, I'm going to talk about data cube. When we talk about data cube, it's generally a multi-dimensional view of the collection of complex data that you can view in different dimensions. That is 0D. Data cubes are divided into two types of data cube. Those are multi-dimensional and relational online analytical. In data cube, generally we consider some specific attribute, which is known as the measures attribute, and those are aggregated to form a view of the data. But the just measure attributes are aggregated to some dimensional or functional attributes, which are we can consider that we are viewing data of a sales of a store, where we can consider the measure attributes as a time, item, branch, and location. And these measures only talk about the data cube. Data cube has defined dimension based on the basic dimension we want to produce. Generally, data cubes are n dimension. The 0 dimension highest level of summarized data, which is known as 0D, which is the apex cubed, we known as apex cubed, and the lowest summarized data is known as the base cubed. In 4-dimensional data view of the 4-dimensional view of the data cube, the 4D will be known as the base cube. And the data cube has different type of data modeling techniques. Those are star schema, snowflake schema, and star schema contains one or more who's are referencing a defined dimension table, and the dimension tables are not normalized not normalized, and the dimension table holds the attributes. It is represented with dimension table. The fact table are with a foreign key. The snowflake schema, snowflake schema generally has the dimension table, which resulted in the reduce of redundant of data, and it's easy to use and is easy to store. And the fake constellation schema generally has two or more fact table, which are which are sharing the dimension table between them. These are the data modeling technique. Thank you.
Hello. 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 Good morning, everyone.
Audible there.
Good morning, everyone. The first topic is data cube. Data cube refers it's a three-dimensional range of values of and are generally used to explain in three sequence of an image data. It is a data abstraction of evaluate arrange data from a varieties of viewpoints. And the second topic is data modeling technique. There are three types of data modeling techniques. The first one is star schema. The star schema is the simplest and most effective schema in the data modeling techniques. It is a fact of data of centered surrounded by multiple dimensional table resemble to a stars in a star schema. And the second one is snowflake schema. Snowflake schema acts as the input of designs of a snowflake schema, shows the factoring of process and the completing normalization of all the dimension tables from the star schema. And the third one is galaxy schema. The galaxy schema is also known as the first constellation schema. In these schemas, multiple facts of tables shared of some dimensions tables. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So, first of all, I will explain about data cube. So, data cube is the representation of data. So, in many dimensions, that dimensions represent mostly the attributes related. In a data cube, we can perform some mathematical queries like finding out the minimum, maximum, or you can say average sum of the different attributes given. Mainly, there are two types of operations in a data cube. There mainly the first one is roll up or summarization technique, in which we go from the lower level entity to the higher level entity of a data. And the second one is drill down. That is just the reverse of the first one. That is from we go from the top higher entities to the lower entities in a data cube. And in case of data modeling techniques, there are mainly data modeling techniques are based on some data model type that I will discuss here. So first one is hierarchical model. So first data represent in tree-like shape. The data are given in a tree-like shape. And the second one is relational model. In case of relational model, data are represented in terms of tables. Okay, in terms of, but here to extract the data, it is quite easier than the first one. And the third point is network model. In case of network model, it consists of a collection of objects with own features, and the last one is year model that we have studied. So it actually represents entity data relationships in a graphical format. So just like columns and like relations. So according to these data models, we have defined some types of schemas. There, first one is the star schema. So this is the first basic schema. So what happens is that we arrange the data in one dimension table. The second is snowflake schema. In snowflake schema, we introduce the concept of normalization to split or contain more. It may contain more than one dimension. And the third one is called galaxy schema. So it has a multiple factor and to define the data. So that's all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning. I will start from data cubes. When data is grouped or combined in multidimensional matrices called data cubes. A data cubes is created from a subset of attributes in the database. The data modeling is a process in which data is stored structurally in a format in a database. There are three kinds of data modeling techniques. These are star schema, so snowflake schema, and fact constellation. The first one is star schema. If fact table in the middle connected to the set of dimensional tables. Snowflake schema, a refinement of star schema where some dimensional hierarchy is normalized into a set of small similar dimension tables, forming a set similar to snowflake. Fact constellation. Multiple fact table share dimension table view as a collection of stars, therefore called galaxy schema or fact constellation. Thank you.
Hello everyone. A data cube is refers to three-dimensional range of values that are generally used to explain the time sequence of image data. It's a data abstraction to evaluate aggregated data from a variety of viewpoints. It is also useful for image spectroscopy as a spectral resolved images depicted as a 3D volume. And wait. A data cube is created from a subset of attributes in a database. Specific attributes are chosen to be measured attributes. Therefore, the attributes whose values are are of interest. Another attribute are selected as dimensional or functional attributes. The measure attributes are aggregated according to the dimensions. And the next is star schema. In the star schema, the center of the star can be the center of the star can have one fact table and a number of associated dimension tables. It is known as star schema as its structure resembles a star. The star schema is the simplest type of data warehouse schema. Uh, and the next is Snowflake schema. It is a logical arrangement of tables in a multidimensional database, such as the ER diagram resembles a snowflake shape. A snowflake schema is a extension of star schema, and it adds additional dimension. The dimension tables are normalized, which splits data into additional tables. Thank you.
Hello everyone. The data cube is a referred to 3D range of value that are generally used for explain the time sequence of a image data. It is used for represent the specific information to be retrieved from a huge set of complex data. The main advantage of data cube are it is faster and easy to access, and next one is managed to complex query. The process of creating a data model for the data to be stored in a database is called data modeling. There are three types of data modeling technique. First one is star schema. It is used for develop or build a data warehouse and dimensional data map. Next one is Snowflake schema. It is variant of the star schema. Here, centralized fact table is connected to multi-dimension. And last one is galaxy schema. It is a combination of star and Snowflake schema. It is the first constellation schema. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So data cube are used to represent data that is too complex or to be described by a table of columns and rows. As such, data cubes can be go far beyond to 3 dimension to include many more dimensions. Generally, data cubes are used to easily interpret data. It is especially useful when representing data together with dimension as certain measures of business requirements. So now different data modeling techniques. So different data modeling techniques are star schema. In the star schema, the center of the star can have one fact table and a number of associated dimensions table. The star schema is the simplest type of data warehouse schema. Next one is snowflake schema. A snowflake schema is an extension of a star schema and it adds additional dimensions. The dimension tables are normalized, which split the data into additional table. Third one is fact constellation. It's a collection of multiple fact tables having some common dimensional table. It can be used as a collection of several star schemas, and hence it is also known as galaxy schema. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Data cube is a multidimensional structure. Data cube is it is a data abstraction to view aggregated data from a number of perspective. Data is viewed on a cube in a multidimensional manner. Data cubes are commonly used for easy interpretation of data. It is used to represent data along with dimensions. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Actually, my
Yeah.
connection is bad, so I'm quickly summarizing it. So first is data cube. That is the combination of the data in a multiple dimensional matrices. All right. So when we consider data cube, we have the two concept of tables. That is the dimension table and the fact table. So here, dimension tables are basically the closely related attributes which is considered as a table. For example, we can say a sales table which consider of the related attributes that is there's a product item, its a quantity and all the stuff, and there is fact table that is basically contains the measures measure which is related to the tables, such as the total amount of units that is sold, and also the keys of each related dimensions. Now, if we consider about the data modeling, so we have three ways. The first one is the star schema, second snowflake schema, and the last one is the fact constellation. So here the differentiation between them is quite easy to get. The first thing is that star schema contains only one fact table, and which is connected to multiple n-dimensional tables. And second is snowflake schema, which is basically the refinement of the star schema. Here we normally normalize the dimension tables into further small tables. And lastly is the facts constellation, which is you can say combination of all operators that is having multiple facts and multiple n-dimensional tables. Now, if we consider about the query processing speed of each, then it will keep on decreasing if we go down. The first is star schema, which has this highest query processing speed due to the lesser join, and it goes down due to the multiple complex joins. So henceforth, I conclude this.
Good morning, everyone. First, data cube. A data cube allows data to be viewed in multiple dimensions. A dimension are entities with respect to which an organization want to keep records. For example, in store sales record dimension allow to store to keep tracks of things like monthly sales of item and branches and location. Schema for data, multi-dimensional data models are star schema, snowflake schema, fact constellation schema. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So I will talk about data cubes. Now, what is data cube? When you talk about data cube, we means that it is a multi-dimensional extension of two-dimensional tables. Now, whenever there are a lot of complex data to be aggregated and there is a need to abstract the relevant importance of data, then in that case, we need to use the data cubes. These data cubes are basically used to represent a specific information to be retrieved from a huge set of complex data. Now, if we consider an example, suppose when we go to a large shop, then which has many items placed in different corners. Now it will be very difficult for us if we to find the items very quickly, right? So now if we have the acknowledgement about the order of the items which are placed in that shop, then it will be very easy for us to get to that item very quickly. Now this represents that a data cube with perfect dimension and higher value ranges, or we can say that say a reference to three-dimensional data as well, then it will be very easy for us to find the data. Now we have some characteristics of data cubes, and these are it can go very far beyond and include many dimension. That means we can have many dimension of data cubes, and it improves the business strategies by analysis of all the data, and it helps to get the latest market scenario by establishing the trends and performance analysis. Thank you.
Okay, now time is up. So around from 39 students, 23 of you have responded. So thank you for participating in the discussion. Ripunjay, Navjyoti, Ankit, Joyita, Kashavi, Fayaz, Sankar, Suraj Gupta, Sachin, Bandan, Meghna, Ritupon, then Suraj Goswami, Ditiman, Gopal, Rahish, Dibyajyoti, then Suman, Purobi, Vivek, Dipjyoti, and Karanga, and me. Okay. Thank you all. So for today.
Thank you.
Raju, for
Thank you, Raju.
conducting the discussion. One thing I would like to say that this discussion is very interactive. All of you have tried, means you try to give your point of view regarding this. This is very good. And next time when you start speaking, please introduce yourself first. Okay. Say you first you speak about yourself, that your name is your name and then your semester information, and then start speaking. And also you can do one thing, you can share your screen. If you have some suitable diagrams or some slides that you want to present during the discussion, you also can do that, right? So I would like to thank you, all of you, Raju and Navjyoti, and all of you for actively participating in this discussion. So thereby concluding this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.